Traders, one of the biggest issues we face as traders, and I'm sure you'll agree, is first of all, establishing high quality signals for one thing. We want reliable signals, that's one. Right? So that's an issue for everybody. And the other issue is we get our hands on some sort of a system, but how do we avoid false signals and choppy price action? So I've come up with this combination here to give us extremely high quality signals and to help us avoid getting messed up when when there's a false breakout or when there's choppy price action. If that's of interest, this is the video you need to watch. I'm going to show you the results of these, how this works, but we're going to explain why they worked and which ones we would take and why we wouldn't take some. And towards the end of the video, then we'll get into how to set the alerts so that you've got high quality alerts. And we're going to set some alerts. Today's Saturday. We need to get ready for Monday, and we're going to set these up to give us the opportunities for early in the week. 30-minute chart. Okay, we're just looking at gold. Okay, everything has to be green. There's 4 things that need to be the same color. We've got this signal kicking in here, and everything has to stack up. This background needs to be green, so that stacks up. This background here on this indicator, you'll see 2/3 is green. That stacks up. This one down here, the background is green. That stacks up. This is telling you, so it'll give you a bit of a warning that we could be looking at some stage this doing that. Okay, so that's just a little bit of a warning there. Well, we've still got a bit out of it. So 4 things, this background 1, this background 2, this background 3, and number 4, the ribbon needs to be well within the green zone. 4. Okay, it's all systems go, we buy. So here, the ribbon's actually in the red zone. So you may, that just reduces the probability factor. That's all that does. The ribbon is in the red zone. It reduces the probability factor. It's telling you, be careful, it's going to pull back. And that red signal there is the pullback right there. Okay, so these are a little bit more risky, these ones up the top here. We did get a pullback. Okay, the stop loss is this the green dots or green shaded zone, whichever. So we just go a little bit slightly beyond that, and we only just got out of trouble there. Okay. Now the idea with this is trading gold. The idea with this is you open a position. When the next signal kicks in, you take 50% off the table on position 1. Then you open a new one. That means position number 1 is risk-free and it's in the money, and you can follow it up with your stop loss. Open up trade number 2. When the third signal kicks off, you'll take 50% off that as well, and then you'll follow. Your stop loss on all of these will start to trail. All right, now you've got 2 in the money and you've got a new one open. So every time you reach about 1R, you're going to look to take money off the table. There's a green signal here, but why do we not take that trade, although it would have been really nice? Because the background here is red, and the shaded zone following price is red. We don't know if that's going to roll over, so you just stay out of it. All right, green kicks in here. Green background, green background, green background, green candles. Sorry, that was the other thing we need to confirm. These candle colors must be green. Now, this is where you've got to see how the ribbon is traveling through the red zone here. So this is where you'd think twice about these signals. You really want the ribbon to be supporting you. The ribbon here in the red zone is traveling down, and this ribbon here is traveling down from after a big signal like that. So you want to think twice about those. That would get you out of trouble. If you stick to the plan where, like this buy signal here, this is in the red zone, so you'd want to hold back because there's going to be a pullback. Then that red signal fired here, see, and there's no green signal under here either. All right, so you can. Up to you. I mean, you can keep it simple and just go with every one of these green signals down the bottom. And here we go. Like, there's a green signal here. Have a look at that. See that? There's a green signal here, but we don't have. It's color coordinated, guys. There is no green candles, so there's no trade. Yeah, green signal. And look at these. lines traveling out. I mean, simply put, there's just no green candle, so we just stay out of it. All right, now over here, this background turns red. All right, so we're not looking for any green signals after that. We're looking for red signals, but only when everything turns red. See, the background here is green. You know, look, that would have been a nice early entry. There's no doubt that we had red candles. Yeah, it's up to you. It's just the probability factor just drops a little bit, that's all. But that would have been a really nice entry point. Okay, so if you break the rules, just understand that the background here is still, this is at the end of the trend. This is tracking a 4-hour time frame, this green, and these colors here are tracking a 1 hour. So that was quite nice, but understand the risk. These, it's all systems go. You got red signal there, a red signal there. Okay, everything's in the red. You would just take those trades and then you would build your position on top. So, you know, as there's a red signal, you take it, stop loss up in here. All right, follow it, build your position, close, take 50% off the table on these ones before. So every time you open one, you take 50% off the previous one and you just keep building. That's how you trade multiple gold. All right, so here we've got, see the green zone kicking in, but only on these indicators, not the background. So you wouldn't take those trades. You stay out of it. Everything has to align. So here, everything's red across the board, so you take those trades. Yeah, there was a target down there. Okay, so that worked. Short position. You got the red shaded zone, and you really want to wait until you've gained about 1R before you do 50% off. Okay, so let's just say that's your 1R target. Then you close 50% on that previous one, and then you open a new one. Don't open another one until you've closed 50%. And you want that to reach 1R. So 1R reached, it happened about here. Well, yeah. So you've got these signals here, by the way. Oh, you can take these, guys. These red signals here, you can take them. So you could open, open multiple positions. Just keep your position size fairly conservative because these signals are really strong. See this one here? See how this is traveling up from the green zone? This is why you wouldn't take this one here. This is why you wouldn't take it, because this is all in the green zone, all through here. So you ignore any signals, and it's traveling up from the green zone. There's a bullish divergence, so you wouldn't take it. No, you just got to train yourself to see these things. Okay, this ribbon has to be supporting your idea. Okay, you got a buy signal, but the background's red. You got a buy signal, but the background's red, although that would have been quite nice. Yeah, the ribbon's in the red zone up there as well, but anyway. So this is where it all kicks in. Although the ribbon is kind of trending down here and we don't have anything underneath supporting us. So I would say stay out of these until this kicks in, right? In the green zone, like if it's been red, you've got to have this first green signal. And then after that, it's off to the races. See, this is a warning as well. So you've got to watch this indicator. It's a really good indicator. Okay, that's a warning. And that, I mean, even back here, this is all in the red zone here. So that's a danger. It's a danger zone. So you don't touch those. All right, that signal you can take. That's a buy. Everything sticks. Everything sticks. Yeah, the whole list of your thing, right? Your criteria. Okay, the next green signal was here. So you can take that, trade, build your position. Okay, just keep an eye down here. The next green signal. Oh. Choppy price action, it's not the best, but you've taken 50% off all of those. So these are now in money. 50% off the table has been secured. And you follow these signals down. There's another green signal here. You take that trade. You don't have to wait for the buy signals on the, there it is there. Oh, and you're going to wait for a green candle. You only take it when the candles turn green. See how they're red and white? You don't touch it until that green candle kicks in. And that's your signal here. That was your signal there. There's a green signal. It's hard to see it. Some of them are bright green and some of them are darker green. The darker green are different. So, you're in these trades. There's a buy signal here, but this is red. So you stay out of it. Although that would have been okay. It's just, what sort of risk do you want to be taking? There's your green dots. Just go slightly under them. That's traveling through the red zone, so it's a bit dodgy. But this one here, a little bit dodgy. because we've got this traveling down from the red zone. That one's okay. Long position. See, it's all you got to do is you just got to, 1-to-1 risk reward there. That's where you take your 50%. And then you pull your stop loss up. That gets taken out. It's made money. Now, here's the thing, right? Now, you got two green signals here. You got green signals everywhere, right? Now, why would you not take those trades? There's no green candle. So you've got to have a green candle. The candles are white and red. No trade. And that is how you avoid getting mixed up with these. Don't you love it? Everything's got to come together. The other thing to note is this is traveling south, but that's okay. All right. So as long as you've got 4 things that are green or 4 things that are red, you can go. So we're just looking for 4 things to align. Well, you get a signal. The background is number 1. This background is number 2. And the ribbon, well, actually, the ribbon in the green is number 3. Background number 4. Green candle. There's 5 things. Okay, have to have a green candle. So it's just a list of 5 things. Make your checklist, and if they all come together, you take the trade. If there's one missing, then leave it alone. Green zone, you don't touch any of that. It's just stay out of it. The green zone behind, but you've got red candles, so there's nothing to go on. This one here, see how there's a red shaded zone behind price? Stay out of it. It's got to be all green. Don't you love it, right? See, there's a green. That's a green. Oh, no, sorry. Okay. This is now in the red zone. My bad. This is now in the red zone. We got red shade behind, but we don't have a full red, so we stay out of it. That's as easy as that. Let's just have a look. Sell. We're in the green shaded zone behind, so we're only looking for green. Okay, green. All right, now this is interesting. Might be our first. The thing that's missing, let's just have a good close look at this. There was a buy signal here, and we did have a green candle after it. Where that buy signal is, the ribbon is in the red. The ribbon is in the red. And then there's a red triangle. Hope you see it, and then you don't get caught. There's a buy signal right where there's a red triangle. See, look. Red triangle with I don't want to even call it a buy signal. I would prefer to call it just, it's a green, potential buy, but just don't take it literally. See, there's a red signal here. So that's a clash. You don't want to touch that. Now the candles turn, there's no green candles anywhere through here. Stay out of it. So you just got to watch that, guys. You're in the red zone here, and then right before that buy signal, the buy signal kicked in after that red little candle. Right, so if you notice that, you would have stayed out of trouble. That was your buy signal there. Tricky, isn't it, right? But there's a red, and that's traveling down. Now, actually, that buy signal is slightly in the green, but okay. All right. You might have got caught. The background's green, so nothing aligns here. The background's green. We're only looking for this one here worked. No, the background's red here, so just stay out of it. This is designed to kind of keep you out of, it's all choppy through here, right? It keeps you out of this mess. The background's green, so there's nothing to go with. So this is where everything starts to kick in here. Watch out for the stop run. All right, red signal. This is where it really kicks off. So you could actually focus on this green signal. These are a little bit more. These are risky. There's more risk involved, but these green signals are pretty solid. Anyway, you could wait for that first green signal, but up to you. Like everything's sort of. And the other thing, see how it's trading in the cloud here? Yeah. Okay, so it's a little bit dodgy, and you want to see it start to trade out of the cloud. It's not a lot, guys. It's actually quite simple. Let's just bump up. Where's that cloud? We're just going to bump up the cloud a little bit. I want to see that cloud. Yeah. Okay, see how it's under the cloud, then it trades in the cloud. Probably would have taken that trade. In any case, your stop loss has got to follow these green dots. But back here, you could have, I'm trying to fault it. So let's just say you took that trade right there on that buy signal. Stop loss on the dots. And or the furthest away is the green shaded zone. Okay, so whatever's the furthest away. I've got you out of trouble. The dots or the green shaded zone, whichever is further away. That worked. All right, another one kicks in here. You probably want to wait until you've gained 1R before you take partial. Don't build risk on top of that. So the next one, this blue signal is a really good signal, right? You would take that trade on that blue signal. All systems go. Blue, green, same thing, right? That would have just triggered anywhere down in here. You would just take that stop loss on the dots. And that's your 1R somewhere there. You take 50% off there and then trail it and then, go for broke. So what do we got here? Look, signal, green signal there. It's all systems are. It's only all systems go until this turns green. So your entry point here. So, everything has to be green, guys. That's all you're waiting for. That's it. And what you can do is you can actually, I'll show you the alerts. And then it's just, seriously, I don't think we've lost one, have we? Maybe there could have been one slightly dodgy, but the rest of them are just sweet as. Look at these. You take these. You just go to town. Stop loss. You close the one before, pull your target up, trail it, 50% off the table, open a new one. All right. Then it turns red. Okay. So, yeah, through here, the background's green, and this is all dodgy through here. So you wouldn't, that one there. See, how do you get away with not getting caught? Let me show you. Well, you've just use a bit of common sense. See how this is opening up from the red zone down, and then there's that before the signal. You don't take a green signal when you've got this red, and especially, you got these as well, and then that kicked in. So you just wouldn't take the trade. Okay, so it just depends on how diligent you are with your strategy. Everything's got to come together. This is where it all comes together here. Look, it's all systems go. All right, we're going to get into how to set this up. So, look, it's all systems go all through here. Okay, you're building multiple positions, taking 50% off, and, then you've got things like this going on. All right, here's the next stage of this. You're going to be looking to build your positions early in the week. So you're going to include this indicator, the DWM, and this is going to give you the opening, the week open. All right, that was a tough week. Okay, the weekly open. All right, usually want to see a bit of a run on liquidity. There wasn't there. It just charged forward. That was this second week in January. But we're looking to get involved early on in the week and use the indicators to build your positions. So this is the beginning of the week, this orange 30-minute chart. Could even go with a 15-minute chart. And that's your beginning of the week. There's a green thing already. So that's your first trade in this week. There's your second, there's your third, there's your fourth. But watch out because, you got to see this is already pulled down out of the red zone. That's fine. So you can take all of these. That's pulled down through into the green. This buy signal here, you got to be a little bit careful. You may or may not take that because there are red signals. But look, if these are already in the money, take it. The strongest signals are going to be off this indicator down the bottom, this guy here. So there's another entry. So you've got multiple entries long, trailing stop loss up here, and maybe all of these back here get taken out if you're trailing your stop loss, but you've made a ton of money with this run on stops. Then it's off to the races again. Wow. You just got to watch it. So these orange are a bit of a warning. All right, see the pullback? But we're off to the races again. Anyway, that's the system. And you want to be building early in the week, and then towards the end of the week, see, this is actually Tuesday. This is Wednesday. Things start to get a bit hairy on Wednesday. Look, I'm trend continuation. I'm probably going to avoid maybe. This is counter trend on the higher time frame, given that the daily and the weekly are bullish, right? So I'd probably avoid. Look at all that choppy mess through here. Then again, some of these signals would have worked out really well. Anyway, for sure they would have looked. Right. This is going against the higher time frame trend, like the daily. That the sell signal there worked nicely. Anyway, early in the week, see here, this is the weekly open. See how it opens. The higher time frame's red, the 4 hour, but then it turns green, and this is where you get involved through here early in the week. with this system. So what else can I say? Okay, alerts. Let's just get into this. So my bias is bullish. The alert that I'm going to set is on this indicator here. This is the one that I'm really interested in. Add alert. All right. And the alert is going to be fast line bullish only. Fast line bullish. Now the fast line counter trend is your TP exit in a bullish. Okay. Okay. Fast line bullish is what I'm after. It's going to be once per bar close. That'll help with repainting. And I want the droplet. This is the boss. This is it. Bullish. Fast line bullish. Okay, I only want buy signals. So that's going to be the first signal I'm going for. The other signal that I'm going to set is going to be, there's also this one here as well. Pretty aggressive. You got buy signals galore. All right, gold I'm long, so I'm going to set buy signals. Okay, buy only. Yep, this is a momentum sync. In the app, droplet, I'm good with that, right? So buy signal for gold. And I'm going to go with this one once per bar close, create. That'll help with repainting. All right, so there's the two main signals. That's it. And, go through and have a look and see what's trending. And the other way to check what's trending is check it on the 4H. Anyway, I'll be doing mentorship videos on this daily. You want to see that the 4 hour is definitely behind you. This is the first port of call here, the 4 hours green. So what I'm hoping to see Monday is these to turn red. So we get a bit of a pullback and then then the signals start to kick in. That would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, the euro dollar. It's another one we could look at. I might just keep that for Monday, guys. We'll do that in the mentorship. All right, but gold, I'm set up, ready to go. Yeah, we'll do that. The rest of the signals on Monday. Now, okay, I won't go through the settings. There's no need to bore everybody with the settings in this video. Okay, guys, so with that, if you haven't already, jump on board. There's a 7-day trial. You gain full access to everything. Have a look at this. I want to show you something. On my website, the Join VIP free trial, okay, this is what's on offer at the moment. There's 3 things. There's 3 subscriptions. There's silver. Silver will give you all the trade ideas that I post into Discord based on the strategy. So you're going to get screenshots every day telling you where to buy, where to sell, everything. That's silver. And you gain access to the indicators. So that's 7 days free. And then this is going to be going up, guys. So you could lock that in. After that, it's $29.95. You could make that back on your first trade. So 7 days to trial it. Click here now. The gold level gives you access to my Telegram channel. All the trades that I'm taking on Telegram for my trade copy. But you won't get the gold EA signals in here. All right, so that's the gold 14 days and then $49.95. Now here the Forex account management. If you go with my broker, it's only $10 more than the gold level per month. This is going to go up as well. And you gain access to everything. And also we connect your MT4 or MT5 to my account. I do that for you. And you gain the benefit of my trades along with the gold EA. You want to check out the gold EA. I've got to update this, but it's been performing pretty well over the last... Actually, yeah, go here. This is the Forex account management. You can check out the results here. This has been quite strong through 2025. 2024 gave us some really nice results. So that's available, guys. And you gain full access to the whole system and daily mentorship videos. Most important. With that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.